Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my March favorites. The majority of these favorites consist of eye products. So before we get into everything, I want to go ahead and mention that I do have some products that did not work out for me in this video. So I do have a few products that just, I don't know. One of them I'm on the fence about. The others just didn't perform for me as well as I wanted them to. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the eye products because like I said, I have tons of eye products to show you guys today. So the first eye product that I want to show you is this NARS palette. It's the Skin Deep palette. I have been using this like crazy. I use it by itself. I use it with other shadows. I just feel like it's really versatile. So I've really been loving this, guys. It's just a very different type of texture. It has that water base, so it's very creamy and it blends beautifully. And this palette has pigmentation. I just feel like it's one of the best palettes that I've purchased here lately. So the next palette I want to show you is way different than that NARS palette. It's more on the cool tone side, and it's this Marc Jacobs Steel-etto palette. I absolutely love this palette. I recently posted a video using this palette, and I have to say that this palette is so gorgeous on the eyes. Any shades that you use in here are very pigmented, very easily blendable. I especially love this like eggplant shade here, and also this shimmer shade. It's kind of like what they called a lame shade, and it's very beautiful on the eyes. So this has been one of my favorite palettes to use this month. So for another eye product that I have been enjoying is this Pixi by Petra. It's the Gold Lava Glitter Eye Quad. It has more like rose and gold shades in it. This goes on so beautifully on the eyes. And honestly, you don't need a glitter glue, but I do use a glitter glue because I just don't like a lot of like glitter flying everywhere. But you really don't need it with this because it's so creamy. And I don't want to swatch it for you guys because I don't want to get glitter all over my hands or anything. But this is just a gorgeous glitter palette and it performs so well. I did get another one and it's called the Rose Bronze. It's this one here, and I have not used this one, but I plan on using it fairly soon. I might just go ahead and do a tutorial using these so you guys can see how I apply these. But I love a shimmer glitter eye, and I really don't even care when I'm going to use the glitter. I'll use the glitter like during the day or at night. I love that look. I just love it. It just gives a really good pop to the eyelid. So yeah, I've been loving this. So I picked up two single shadows in the past month from Wet n Wild, and it's these two small single shadows here. Now I have had Wet n Wild single shadows, but these apparently are like new. Maybe there's like a new formulation with these. The first one that I have is Brûlée, and the other one I have is Nutty. And I love these because number one, they're like, I want to say they're like $2 at the drugstore, but that's Brûlée right there, and that's Nutty. They're so easy to use. You know, when I'm on the go, I can use this Nutty shadow all over the eyelid, and then I've been loving the Brûlée shadow just to set my eyelids when I put on my eye primer, and I've been loving it for that. But they have other shades, like they have a blue, a black, and I can't remember the other shade that they had, but I didn't pick those up, and I'm really thinking about picking up the blue one because that one was really pretty in the pan, and I feel like that's going to be a really good shadow because these are super pigmented and they go on really well. So yeah, I've been loving these. Okay, so the next shadows I'm going to show you are some shadows that I feel like these are like some hidden gems in the drugstore. I found half of these at Ulta, and then I also found the other half at CVS because CVS apparently carries this brand now, and it's the Essence Melted Chrome Eyeshadow. So these are what they look like. They're just this small eyeshadow pot, and these run about $4 a piece, but at one point Essence was having like buy two get one free, and I think that was at Ulta, but CVS had them for the same price. I had some of those extra bucks, so I ended up buying 3 more with the extra bucks that I had. But anyway, I want to show you these shadows. I have not heard anybody talk about these, and when I purchased the first 3 at Ulta, I swatched them when I got home, and then I also also put them on my lid, and oh my gosh, guys, these are so stunning on the lids. They are so beautiful. But I'm gonna show you all 6 that I have, and I have one on today. I have the shade Lead Me just in the center of my lid today. I didn't put too much on today because I have some other shadows that I've been playing with, but I did put this on the center of my lid, and I'm gonna swatch all of these for you because me talking about it isn't gonna do it any justice. I need to show you. They are so super creamy, and look at that. Look at that intensity right there. It's gorgeous. This is just me going in once and then swatching it, and look at that. Yeah, this is Lead Me. Gosh, it's so gorgeous. These are so beautiful for the price. And you know what? I would actually compare them to some of the new chrome shadows that are out there on the high-end market. I would definitely compare these to them. And I would have to say that for the price, you're getting the same, if not better, quality in these shadows. So this one's in the shade Ironic. I love this shade, so pretty. This one right here is in the shade Zinc About You. Beautiful pink shade. This one right here is in the shade Steal the Look. This is one of my favorite shades. It's called Platinum Nights. It's a beautiful like purple shade with some lavender in it. It's just gorgeous. This last one right here is called Copper Me. Look at that. I cannot believe how pigmented these are and how beautiful they sit on the eyelid. What I would suggest to use with these is like a synthetic brush, like the MAC 247, the MAC 242, or even the Anastasia synthetic brush. Was it the 18? I can't remember, but if you use one of those flat synthetic brushes and put this on, you don't need any water to spray your brush with. These shadows go on so super pigmented. Not only that, if you want a little bit more intensity, then you can use your finger. But I have used my finger, I've used a brush. They both go on really intense. So I've been loving these shadows. So if you guys can go out to your Ulta or your CVS and pick up some of these shadows, they are super cheap, and I can't remember the exact price, but I'll list it right here. You guys need to go and check these out because they're that good. I think I was more excited to show you those shadows than anything else because that was just like an awesome find for me. Okay, so I think that's it for the shadows. So let me go ahead and get into some other eye products. One of them is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I have it in the shade Medium Beige. This is like the perfect shade for me. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It has like this peach tone to it. So it kind of cancels out those dark circles. I have it on today and I absolutely love this. I don't even have to set this with a powder because it works that well. So here's what this shade looks like, and it lasts all day for me. So I really have been loving this e.l.f. concealer. Another eye product I want to mention is this Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I have purchased this before. I started using it again and I love it. I don't know why I stopped buying it. It's just one of the best under eye primers that I've ever tried. I still use the Becca Under Eye Anti-Fatigue Primer, but I've been loving this one so much that I've been picking this one up a lot more. So the next thing I want to talk about are these Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. One is in Keep It Peachy and the other one is in Blazin Berry. I especially love the Keep It Peachy because it's a shade that you can take into the spring. Blazin Berry is also a beautiful shade, but you gotta go light-handed with it because it's a little bit darker and it comes off very pigmented. So yeah, go in with a light hand with this one. It's still a beautiful shade for spring as well. But yeah, I've been loving both of these and I'll swatch them for you so you guys can see the shades. Right here you have Keep It Peachy and Blazin Berry. These are actually some great blushes for the price. I'm not really into loose highlighters. I have purchased them in the past, but they're not ones that I pick up often because they get so messy. But if I really love it, I'm gonna use it. So the one I'm gonna show you is a loose highlighter and it's by Wet n Wild and it's called You Glow Girl. It is like the most beautiful pink shade. When you put it on the cheeks, it does have like that wet look. Now, like I said, it gets messy, but I don't mind it. So I have been using it like crazy. I'm gonna show you guys a swatch of it. This is it right here. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So now that I've talked about the loose highlighting powder, I want to get into a loose setting powder. So this is the Milani Radiant Make It Last Loose Setting Powder. It is so beautiful. I've used this a few times this month. I don't know if you can tell. This is what the shade looks like. And what I do is I take very little. I'll show you exactly how much I take. I take very little of this product. I put my brush in there and I only go like on the outer portion of my face, just on the perimeters of my face. I don't put this on my nose. I don't put it near my pores, because if you put it here or where you have a lot of pores, it's going to accentuate those areas. So that's the only area I use it, because I don't want it to accentuate the pores or anything like that. I'm gonna try and swatch it for you guys. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera what the powder looks like. It's right here, if you can see it. It just has that beautiful radiant glow to it. In comparison to the one that's compacted, the setting powder that's in a compact, I did do a video here recently using that setting powder. This one is a little more radiant than that one. So if you're looking for that beautiful like J-Lo glow, this is gonna give it to you, because it's, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous on the skin. So the next loose powder that I have been loving, and I've been using this as a last step to buff into the skin after I've done all my makeup. It's a Sisley loose face powder with hibiscus flower extract. And it's in the shade number 1, and I think it's called Irisee. This powder makes my makeup look super flawless. It evens everything out, and it makes everything look smooth. Every area on my face looks completely smooth with this powder. The lid opens up like this. It is a messy powder. I don't even care that it's that messy, because I love this powder. It just gives me that really nice, flawless look that I'm looking for. Now, I will say that this powder is quite expensive. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but I'll list it right here. I was really hesitant in buying it because of the price, but once I purchased it and used it, it is one of the best powders that I have ever used for actually buffing into the skin, and I absolutely love it. So this has been one of my absolute favorites for March. So I've got 3 bronzers to show you guys. If you guys have been watching my channel, you guys know that I'm like into bronzers. I love bronzing the face. I love bronzing the body. I love shimmery bronzers. I love matte bronzers. I love them all. Anyway, the first one I want to show you is the Palm Beach Ready Bronzer by Wet n Wild. I have used this quite a few times. It is one of the most beautiful shimmery bronzers out there. It's a very beautiful bronze tone, but it also has like this shimmer to it. It kind of has its own highlight within it. So this is it here. Can you see how it has that highlight glow? I have a little bit of it on today. I have highlight on too, but I have this under the highlight. It is just so pretty. The next one I want to show you is the Milani Silky Matte Sunkissed Bronzer. This is more of a matte bronzer. It's not really warm and it's not really cool toned. It's right in the middle. So it just gives a really pretty matte bronze look. But here it is right here. This is it. And as you can see, this one is warm and this one is more in between warm and cool. So beautiful. And the last bronzer I want to show you that I can't get enough of, because I've been using it since I purchased it, is this e.l.f. bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. This is actually a bronzer that has the primer infused in it. So when I first used this, I honestly thought that this shade was going to be way too light for me, and it ended up being really beautiful on the cheeks. So here it is right here. It's this one right here on the bottom. Now this one is a little bit warmer tone. This is going to be perfect for summer. The fact that it's primer infused is going to help it adhere to the skin and not go anywhere. So yeah, I've been loving this. So for eyebrows, I've been loving this CoverGirl eye pencil in soft brown. This is what it looks like. It's very slender. It has a spoolie on one side, and then the tip is actually very slim. It's easy to apply and it's really creamy, and I love that it's easy to work with. Because I have trouble doing my brows, I have to have something that is easy to handle and easy to apply, and this is really worked for me. I did get soft brown. It seems a little darker than what I expected, so I might go back and get one below. I feel like they're a little bit darker than normal, but other than that, this has been a great eyebrow pencil. So 2 primers I want to show you are the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I recently filmed a video about this primer, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but I do love it. It does bring hydration to the skin, and it also helps the makeup last. Another product I've been loving is this J1 Jelly Pack Primer. I actually purchased this primer a while ago. I wanted to compare it to the Cover FX Gripping Primer. This is also a firming primer just like that one, and I recently started using it again, and I really love it. I think compared to the Cover FX, this one actually fills in your pores and smooths them. You can use this as a mask as well. What I like it for is I like it for the priming effect. So basically what I've done is I'll put all my skincare on in my SPF, and then I'll wait about 15 minutes, and then I'll add the J1 Jelly Pack, and I actually leave that on and apply my foundation over it. It really helps my foundation last. It firms my skin, and it also hydrates my skin. So I'm really glad I pulled this out of my makeup stash and started using it again. Okay guys, I have a few more products to show you. The only lip product that I have to show you is this Maybelline Shine lipstick. This one is in the shade Undressed Pink. I have showed you guys the other one that I truly love, which is the Baddest Beige. I don't have it here with me. That one stays in my purse because I love it so much. I actually need to buy a new one because I use it all the time. But these lipsticks have the most beautiful pigmentation and shine to them. That's the Undressed Pink right there. But I've been loving both of these. I've been using them quite a bit. And for a drugstore lipstick, this one is amazing. It's so good. So the next thing I want to show you is this St. Ives cleansing stick. And it's the Apricot and Manuka Honey cleansing stick. So the reason I purchased this was I love St. Ives products. I think they're some of the best scrubs, lotions, body washes out there. They're like paraben free, phthalate free. They're more of a natural product. So when I saw the St. Ives cleansing stick, I decided that I would go ahead and purchase it just to see if it really cleansed the face, because I do use other cleansers, but I felt like I needed something a little bit more, I don't know, like a little bit stronger that could actually cleanse my face, where I felt like it was working, because I use a lot of cleansers that are more like lotion based, and sometimes I feel like they're not working. So I saw this and I decided to purchase it, and it says here it cleanses away impurities so you can glow. So I was really intrigued in the fact that it had Manuka honey, because Manuka honey is supposed to be really good for your skin. It smells like oranges. I know it says apricots, but it smells kind of like oranges. So it looks like this. It's a stick form. I have been using it, so it's a little, you know, like kind of goopy up here. So basically how I use this is after I take off my makeup, I wet my face a little bit, and then I kind of just roll this around all over my skin and on my neck. And then I just massage it into the skin, and it just lathers up, and then I rinse it, and my skin feels super, super soft when I use this. This is super convenient, guys. It doesn't get messy. This would be perfect for travel or to put in your gym bag. It's just that convenient. And I also think it works really well. So I've really been loving this. There is another one, and I think it's called, there's 3 of them. It's this one, a rose one, and I can't remember the other one. It's a blue color, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a blue container. I do want to try, I think, the rose one, but so far I've been loving the apricot and Manuka honey one. The next thing I want to show you is this liquid hand soap from Target. This smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like flowers. It smells really fresh. I've actually been using the Smartly brand by Target for a long time. I love their hand soaps. I do like their body washes. You know, they have other things that you would use on a normal day-to-day basis that don't cost a lot of money, and they're really good products. The last time I was at Target, I think I purchased like 6 or 7 of these, and so yeah, I have one of these like everywhere, so it smells really good. So the last 2 things I want to mention, one of them is the Pacifica Rose on Sleek Anti-Frizz hair wipes. I did show you guys these in a haul a while back, and I have been using them. They come in these little packages here, and basically what you do is just take it out, and wherever you want a little more shine to your hair, you actually run that sheet over those areas where you want more shine and more softness. I used one today, and it really works. It works, and it doesn't feel, you know how some of those anti-shine or anti-frizz sheets feel? They feel kind of greasy. This one doesn't feel like that. It feels really good. It almost seems as if the sheet is dry and like it doesn't have any product on it, but it does have product on there because it does work, and it makes the hair really shiny. So the last of my favorites that I want to show you are these 2 two brushes by Real Techniques. They're these angled brushes. It's the 203 and the 403. So this is just the baby one to this one. The bigger one is what I use with my Sisley powder. I actually run that in there and then just run it all over my face to buff my face. And I love it because it's perfect. It fits perfectly on my face in those areas where I want to put the powder. And then the other one, I use it for blush. So I'll just take the blush, I'll dip it in there, and then it fits like perfect on my cheekbone, so I can provide enough color from that blush on my cheek. They are super soft. I mean, really, really soft. And I love these so much that I have a backup because I like them that much. Okay, so let's get into some of the products that I did not like for me. The first one is the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish Setting Spray. This spray makes me more oily than ever. Every time I use a spray, which I only use it in the center of my face, it makes me more oily, and it actually shows my pores a lot more than what they did before I put the spray on. So yeah, this was a big fail for me. I wanted it to work because I'm prone to getting oily on the center of my face. Summer's coming up and I wanted something that would really mattify that area, but yeah, this didn't work, so it's going back. Okay, the next item is this Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I wanted to love this so much, but it just didn't work for my under eyes. It made them look really crepey and dry, and not only that, it accentuated like every fine line that I have on my under eyes. So yeah, I wanted to like this. I love the coverage of this, but it just made me look older than I am. It just looked horrible. So I would say if you're young and you have no issues under your under eyes, you might like this a lot better than I did. To me, it seemed like it was going to be a good concealer because of the coverage, and I'm really sad that it didn't work for me. So the last thing I want to show you from Milani that I'm on the fence about, because I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this, is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick. Let me tell you why I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it because it looked beautiful on the skin and it lasted quite a long time. I wore this for probably about 8 hours. It lasted through 8 hours without moving, without budging, without getting oily. It just looked really pretty. The thing that I hate about this is when I put this on my skin, it's like so dry that it tugs onto my skin. So when I'm putting it on my skin, it's like tugging onto my skin. Not only that, it's very, very difficult to blend for me. I use my sponge with this, and I also use the Sonia Kashuk Flat Top Foundation Brush. I use this one too to try to blend it. With both of these, I had a very difficult time blending the foundation. And I'm the type of person that I don't want to have to work hard at blending the foundation. I want it to be easily blendable, but that wasn't the case with this one. I just feel like even though this looked really nice on the skin and it lasted a pretty good time, I just feel like I would not pick this up on a regular basis. I just wouldn't, because it's so hard to blend into the skin, and I don't want to sit there for 20-30 minutes trying to blend this out. So it didn't take that long, but you know what I mean. I don't want to be there forever blending this out. So that's why I'm on the fence about this one, because I'm not going to say that it's a bad product, because it isn't, but it just depends on how you put on your makeup and how you blend it in and what you want with application. Anyway, I want it to be able to apply easily, and it didn't do that for me. So those are the only products that I wanted to mention to you guys that didn't perform for me as well as I wanted them to, but that's okay, because with makeup, some makeup will work for you that doesn't work for others, or vice versa. It's all about testing the makeup and seeing what you like for your skin. So yeah, these are just some products that I wished would have worked for me and they just didn't. So that's it for my favorites, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the products that I showed you. I'm really excited about them, especially these melted chrome shadows. These are insane. They're so good. So yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.